Natalie Ross, and that's Miranda Milner.
Hi.
And we're going to be teaching you how to bake 7-layer bars.
So to bake the 7-layer bars, you have to set your oven at 350. So for our oven, you push bake and 350 and start. But that's just how our oven works.
So you will need some crushed honey grams, 2 sticks of butter, condensed sweet milk, butterscotch chips, chocolate chips, and coconut shreds. So before you start baking at all, you need to wash your hands. Get them nice and clean.
There's already a stick of butter in here, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add another one. And then I'm going to put all of it in the microwave for 30 seconds, and then 5 more seconds until it's melted. And this is for both pans. We have one small one and one big one. So set your microwave to 30 seconds. And then if it's not melted when you're done with that, then you can add intervals of 5 seconds until it is melted.
Oh, so here you see our butter is not fully melted. So I need to stick it in there for 5 more seconds. Okay, so be careful because it's really hot. Pour it in.
So when you take it out of the microwave, it'll take about a stick for each 9x13 pan. This is a 9x13 pan. This one is a little bigger. So I'm going to pour about what a stick would equal into this one. And then I'm going to pour the rest of it into this. And I might need to melt a little bit more butter just because I'm using a bigger pan. Okay, so this pan is an 11x14 pan, and it uses 3 cups of graham cracker crumbs, and we're using a 1 cup measurement. For the other pan that we have, which is a 9x13 pan, it takes only 2 cups. The amount that you really want is enough to cover the pan with like about a 1/4 inch high when you mix the butter and the graham cracker together.
Okay, so first what we're going to do is we're going to mix all of this. You know, the graham crackers, the butter. And then what we're going to do is we're going to flatten it out, and it needs to be a 1/4 inch. So go like that. Get it all in there.
It should turn into somewhat of a paste when the butter and the graham crackers mix together.
Okay, so I'm almost done mixing it. You gotta make sure there's no light graham crackers, which means that like there's none that's not mixed in with the butter. So then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna flatten it all out.
Make sure there's an even layer. It has to be about a 1/4 inch deep.
Okay, so I'm just about done. So what I use to get all this flattened out is a fork, and another useful tool I use is a bench scraper. So once you have it all, you know, like flattened out, you know, get some coconut. The coconut, what it does is it just holds all of it together when it bakes. You don't even taste it.
You want as little as you can that covers the entire pan. Because if you don't, it's like essentially glue, so if you don't have it on the entire pan, the bars won't stick together.
Okay, so I'm just going to smooth it all out a little bit.
You can also use your hand to do this, but I don't really know why she's using a fork. She's just fun that way.
Yes, I'm fun that way. Okay, so once you do that...
Yeah, I think you have to have enough to cover the pan, so you might need a bit more.
Okay, so I need a bit more.
Yes.
what you do is you take the chocolate chips. Let me get that. You want enough to cover the whole pan too.
Bear in mind that you're putting other butterscotch chips in it, so you don't need to fill the entire pan, but you do want to have a lot, just because they're chocolate chips.
And they're good. Okay, so that's about enough there.
We want to make it even, so we're just gonna even it out.
Now I have the butterscotch. I also want to get enough so the chocolate chips, there's an even amount of chocolate chips and butterscotch. Okay, so you're going to put a layer of sweet condensed milk.
You have to get the entire pan. And it should be a pretty thin layer. So Nat's just going to go back over it until she gets the entire pan. And it takes about 1 can of sweetened condensed milk. You want it to be as even as possible. And the edges should be covered as well, so when you try and take it out of the pan, they come out easily. When you do try and take it out of the pan, you have to make sure it's fully dried, or cooled, so that it'll come out easier. It's okay if you get some on the edge of the pan, you can just wipe it off with a paper towel. If you don't like butterscotch or chocolate, then you can add anything else that would taste good when it's melted.
Okay, so we're going to need to take the pan into the oven, and remember it's preset to 350, so it'll be nice and hot. Just in case you don't burn yourself, preferably I like to use mittens, but you can use like a towel, something like that. Okay, then you take the pan,